Alright, so we're at a restaurant and they're experiencing breaker tripping for the condenser unit. He just went and showed me, and it trips, like it doesn't trip instantly, it's like a hesitant trip. I think I'm all out of hard starts too. I think it might just be tripping out on lock rotor amps. So I gotta find a hard start in here somewhere. I think I got one somewhere, and we're gonna go to that unit. We're gonna test that theory and see what's going on. First, when you do this, you want to check your resistance. You want to ohm out your terminals and everything in the compressor. Make sure it isn't a compressor failure, and then you go to the hard start. Man, I don't think I got a hard start either. We had to park far away. We got a long walk. Parking here sucks. Couldn't find a hard start, so we'll just do our basic troubleshooting. If it looks like it's lock rotor amps, then we'll recommend a hard start. Maybe Glenn, our sales guy's here. Maybe he randomly has one. Sometimes you get lucky like that. We're in the abyss underneath the restaurant, where it's all icky, sticky. Okay, so first we're gonna just take a look at everything. Just make sure there's no burnt ends. I'm gonna also make sure there's no voltage. Capacitor is swollen. That's one thing. You might just try a new capacitor. Okay, so we got no voltage. So there's no power. I'm gonna take that capacitor off. We're gonna try that first. You guys can see it's slightly swollen. I don't know if you can see that. This is a 70 by 75. Might be his lucky day. I might have that weird size on my van. The one I never have on my van is the 4575 for some odd reason. Alright, now we're gonna check this thing out. Sure don't lose any tools, put them back. Okay, comment to her. Hold still. It's so swollen, it's just spinning. It's not wanting to hold still. Nothing. Alright, let's go get a new one of those and see what happens. The issue is there's no disconnect. The breaker's all the way upstairs, so they ain't no kicking it on and watching it. I'll be back. So carriers have a tendency to completely drain a capacitor, and a low capacitor could also cause the high lock rotor amps because it just doesn't have enough juice to turn it. So we're gonna go, hopefully we just replace this and it releases, because I do not have a hard start. We'll see what happens. Right, so I had one randomly. Might be their lucky day. Alright, I'm gonna go up and turn the breaker on. I'm gonna put this here. I'm gonna try to see if it'll hold the high amp so I can see what happens when I kick the breaker on.
What up?
Kick that breaker on.
Find it.
Yeah, I think so. Let's go see if it's running. It didn't kick off.
Is it still running?
Yeah, I think it's just a bad capacitor.
Hey, I've seen it before.
Alright. I'm actually on the beach. This is beach sand. Sounds like she's running. Draw looks good. Yeah, I think that's all it was. We'll go check temp split. You got to be careful with those long screws in the carrier. It will pop a hole in the coil. Alright, let's go check out the inside. It's running. Let's go check the temp split. I think it was out on locked rotor amps because the capacitor was so weak.
Because it's hard to roof line and all that. It's hard to find a spot to put it in there to make sure. Looking at the measurements.
So this is what's feeding your vents downstairs, correct?
No, this is the outflow air. The inflow's coming from that side. It's coming in. Go through the cooling
So
box.
why can't we just block this vent then? We have this vent, we don't need that.
We can block both out of them.
Alright, so that one's fixed. It's cooling. They're actually getting that plenum rebuilt. We're going to include it because they want a mini split in that office. So we're going to include it with all that work. That plenum is destroyed. But besides that, it's cooling. And this call is done. So I think the main issue was it was tripping because when if it doesn't trip instant, it's not a short to ground. So it could either trip when the compressor kicks on, but this was contactor was pulled in the whole time, and with the delay of trip means that compressor's kicking on but not having enough strength to turn over from lock rotor amps because the capacitor is so weak. So replace that capacitor, everything kicked on, running good. Startup amps was fine. You're good to go.